New puppy live. If you have any questions about raising a puppy, how I'm raising Duke, how I got Duke, I just jumped on here real quick. I have no idea if anybody, no one knows I'm coming on. I'm trying to go live on YouTube and Instagram at the same time. If you're from Instagram, hit something in the comments or comment because I want to know if this is actually working on Instagram. I'm doing this on two platforms, so we hope that it's working. Hi, Rose. Hi, Pulse Hub. Yeah, you guys have probably been seeing a lot of my new content with Duke, the new puppy. Him and Prince are getting along well. They've had a few scuffles. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. So let me try to hit go live on Instagram. I don't know that it's working. It says I'm live. Anyone on Instagram, say I'm on Instagram in the comments if you see it. If yeah, it looks like all YouTube people so far. I don't know if it's working on Instagram, but I've been hitting you with a lot of content about Duke. I hope you guys like him. He's a good dog. He's a Russian Doberman, Russian bred, different than American. I wonder if I have this picture that I can share with you. I can. Of the difference. Do you guys like the American Dobermans or the European Dobermans better? My wife and I disagree on who looks better. It's not live on Instagram. Thank you, Hugo's World. I don't know why not. All right, we're just going on YouTube. What's the difference between an American Doberman and a European Doberman? The colorations are different. The size is different. The jowls are different. The personality is a bit different. You know what's crazy? Prince and Duke. Prince is all muscle. Duke's like a puppy. He's got loose skin. He's got loose lips. His ears are loose. Everything's loose on the puppy. Prince is a rock. Like, I've never understood. Like, I've heard. I don't know if this is true. I'm not a woman. Women are like some of them say they like dad bods, and I'm like, I don't understand that. And then I got Duke and Prince. I got Duke, and I'm like, Prince is no fun to pet. He's all muscle. Everything's hard. It's all, and Duke's like all floppy and he moves around. He's like way funner to pet, way funner to kiss. Like he gives kisses. He's got soft lips. Prince is all muscle. It's insane. So hopefully you get that. I get where women are like, no, I don't want some super buff guy. Everything's hard. I think it works for men too, but it's already off the rails, this live. So let me get to your comments a little bit. Yeah, I like European Dobermans. My wife likes American. I think she likes the less intimidating look. I think European Dobermans are much more intimidating. That dark caramel tan is way gnarlier. It's way cooler than that light tan. I mean, Prince looks kind of wimpy next to Duke, to be honest with you, more slender. But Prince is a beast. He is a beast. Dad bods and dogs wasn't on my bingo card. Yeah, mine either. No, it really did kind of hit me though. Like I'm like, I like petting a softer dog more than a all muscle dog. You put this all muscle, it's all hard, it's all muscle and bone, and it's different. I don't know. Duke is adorable. I agree, Katie. Any questions? Questions about Duke? Hey, let me tell you guys about something. The puppy program. 53 videos. I'm going to put it right here. BeckmanPro.com. 53 videos. My first outings with Duke. Everything. Hey, there it is. I just put it in here. Let me pin it if I can. BeckmanPro.com. 53 videos. He's barking in his crate at 5 months old. What do? Kids, grab a mic. Maybe don't grab a mic because it's happening too fast. Kids, grab the camera, record. This is not in a studio with perfect lighting showing me luring a dog for heel. That is not real life. You know what real life is? Duke freaking out in the backyard. What do? Maybe we do nothing because he's in a fear period. Duke whining in the crate. You know how hard whining is? Whining is visceral. Barking is a choice. Whining is not a choice. Whining is like crying. Barking is like speaking. You can't operantly get rid of whining. The Skinner rules do not apply. The operant conditioning rules do not apply to whining. It is an emotion leaving their body. So how do you get rid of an emotion? You can change the state of mind, but you cannot punish an emotional behavior away. So I turn the cameras on and I talk you through it. Here's what to expect. Here's what not to expect. Here's not going to work. That's in the puppy program, 53 videos. And people say they want a prince. Well, here's your chance. Here's your chance to raise a prince like as I raise Duke along with you. So I put Beckman Pro right there. You can see it. Potty training. I take puppies, 10-week-old puppy I think I have in the program, in the puppy program, and I show you potty training and crate training. And I mean, the potty training video is 20 minutes alone. You know what? Me talking the whole time. You know why? Potty training is there's a lot that goes into it. There's all these 2 months, 2 hours, 3 months, 3 hours, 4 months, 4 hours. That's how long you can expect your dog to hold it. They have to go potty after every event in their life. What's an event? Waking up's an event. Going to eating food's an event. Running around the house like crazy person's an event. There's all these things. How about the potty? They potty in the morning. Guess where a lot of people make a mistake? They need to potty again 5 to 10 minutes later. So people go, oh, I pottied, then I brought my dog in the house, and then they pottied again. And I go, yeah. That's the same reason you pee 10 minutes after you pee in the morning. It's a different pee. It's a different situation. Then you can hold it all day, right? There's nuance to potty training. It's relatively straightforward, but there is nuance. That's all in the puppy program. Talk you through it. Makes sense, guys? Beckman Puppy Program, 53 videos. It's a lot of videos. You want a prince? You ain't getting a prince from YouTube. You're not raising prince on my YouTube videos. And there's only one prince. Hopefully there'll be another prince, and his name's Duke. There's only one Bosco. Okay, can I do it with 3 dogs? Have them be, I'm not bragging, whatever, like, I don't know, my Prince, he's one of the most popular dogs on the internet right now. Somebody asked something. Are your dogs crated at night? Duke's crated at night. Absolutely. He's a puppy. Does he still jump on you? No. And I didn't do anything on jumping. You know why? His jumping, Duke would jump up and he'd jump. So I'd put my hand and then he'd put his paws right here and he'd try to pull me down because he wanted to give me kisses. And he was young and he was new to the house and he's had 4 homes. You don't punish away behaviors that are like needy behaviors. When you see on my channel this jumping, this 2-year-old pit who likes to hit people, that is a different kind of jumping than puppy jumping or small dog jumping. Some people think I'm like hardcore and everything. No. Age appropriateness is everything to raising a dog, everything to raising a child, you know? So no, he doesn't jump on me, Joel. Yes, it'll be good. Brag. Okay, you want me to brag? I don't know. Does Duke have a favorite kid? That's a good question. I thought about that. No. He likes them all the same, I would say. Prince has a favorite kid, my youngest. He sleeps with my youngest every night in bed. And I was playing a video the other day, and Prince was right here, and it was my son, my youngest, talking, and Prince perked right up. So, I mean, when a dog who sleeps with a child is going to get closer to that child. So Prince sleeps with the youngest. Does Prince get along with cats? Prince freaking loves the cats. Duke's a different story. 2 in-depth videos in the puppy series on getting Duke over cats, and he is 80% there off of 2 sessions. Sessions are 20 minutes a piece, but I go through it and it ain't easy, man. Dog on cat aggression is probably the most difficult kind of aggression. Actually, dog on bunny aggression might be different, but like dog on people, dog on dog, dog on cat's the worst because you have no cooperation from the cat. Zero. Does Prince know more than 4 commands? No. Prince knows 2 commands. Just kidding. Thank you. Peace. Soft Tuesday. How do you stop your 1.5-year-old pit from chasing squirrels? Well, if you want to get into this stuff, there's essentially 4 methods to get rid of these type of behaviors. It's desensitization, socialization, handshake method, treats from the scary stimulus, and mark and punish, or punish it. Desensitization is hard because the squirrels aren't out much. You're probably in a sort of quote unquote punish, or otherwise known as correct the behavior, tamp them down early, right, with the doorway method. He sees the squirrels, you'll stand there, you'll let him look, you can reinforce him for being calm if he's ever calm. Then the minute he just lunges, you're not even punishing hating squirrels. You're punishing on a leash, just launching at things, at anything. Just correction, walk him back the other way, set him down, bring him back to where you were, say, lunge at him again. I'm not saying it's easy. It's out in the real world. Squirrels are running. It's weird. I get it. It's not easy, but there's only so many ways to actually get rid of a behavior. There's actually only 2 ways to get rid of a behavior operantly. There's 2 ways. It's punishment and it's extinction. Now, you could say, well, exercise, DRO, DRI, you could redirection. Those aren't getting rid of a behavior. Those are, exercise would be lessening their pent up energy so that the behavior is like, that's not operantly getting rid of a behavior. There's 2 ways to really get rid of a behavior. This isn't for me. This is science. This is operant conditioning. There's changing emotions. That's classical conditioning. Operantly, there's punishment and there's extinction. When behavior is not reinforced, it extinguishes, goes away. So really, there's only 2 ways. I posted that on somewhere, and some Instagram lady reclipped it and then said, oh, and they added all these other ways: exercise, DRO, which is differential reinforcement of other behavior, redirect, all the other thing. And I typed in because I felt like getting into it with her. I was like, yeah, those aren't ways to get rid of a behavior, really. I'm talking operantly, obviously, the method that the force-free trainers are in love with, operant conditioning, positive reinforcement. Am I boring you guys with this stuff? I hope not. It's good stuff. But there's 2 ways to get rid of a behavior. So, and the handshake method works on a different level. The handshake method is an ingratiation process. You can't do the handshake method with squirrels. You can do the handshake method with dog on people aggression. Your dog might not know you like that person coming in the house. Your dog might know you like that other dog that come into your house. That's an important process to let your dog know you like this other organism, because they might resource guard you, protect you, not know if you like the person. So it's an important process. So it's not operant, but it is sort of natural, But operantly, you want to reduce behavior, you want to get rid of behavior. The behavior needs to be punished. Punishment doesn't mean pain. Punishment essentially means something the animal doesn't want to happen. Technically, in my opinion, it means actually if their behavior is reduced, punishment was applied. Behavior wasn't reduced, it technically wasn't punishment, or it wasn't clear. The dog didn't pair the 2 events, pair what they did with the quote unquote punishment. My wife always goes, you shouldn't say punishment. I'm like, it's the term. It's the correct term. I don't know what, I can soften it up. Punishment is a look. That's punishment. It could be punishment. Punishment isn't a bad word. Did you get Dobermans just to be family helper dogs, or do you purposely choose Dobermans for guarding? Yeah, is Duke more protective? Duke is more protective. That could be his Russian lines. That could be his lack of being in the world and meeting a lot of people. He's a little more protective. I want him to be a little more protective. The world is crazy right now. It's going to be hard. I went out with him just the other day, and man, 4 people came up to me, and I didn't have the heart to be like, hey, because I want him to be a little more. I mean, I could put it on cue. That's different. I almost want a little more wariness of strangers. I don't want both my other dogs, Bosco, my God, it was just like, love everybody. Love, don't ever bite anybody, but maybe don't love everybody. Right? We go out in the world. Like, it's crazy out there. Where we live can be sketchy at times. I don't want love everybody. You know? Spell check. Oh, Doberman, did I spell something wrong? I spelled description wrong in a video that has my last 2 videos ago has 150,000 views. It's probably be like a 1 million view video. I spelled description wrong in it. That's what you get, man. I don't have a freaking team, dude. A spell check team, a video team. No one wants that. It is hard to, yes, underdress. That is true. It's harder to purchase one of those things you're talking about. What's the difference in American and Russian? Doberman experience any difference in training? No, Duke's super smart. He is a smart dog. Very smart dog. My dog is handsy, and originally I wanted her not to be, but I have realized I don't want random people touching my dog. I agree. Let me read once. Here, I'll read this. How to train a dog to calm down around a group of dogs, especially these are coming in hot and heavy. I can't even get to all these. How to train a dog to be calm around groups of dogs, especially if they already exercised. It's a young English Cocker Spaniel. Dude, Cockers are tough. How to train a dog calm around a group of dogs. You want to do it the organic way. Get them around a lot of dogs. Find the threshold. Have them be on a leash and sit down. Threshold is the point at which they will not react 51% of the time. It's my definition of threshold. Threshold does not mean a point at which they won't react. They won't react more times than not. Get them there and sit there and let them just calm. You can throw in reinforcement, you can throw in a little correction, you can throw all those things in. But the most power is probably in just the exposure, right? In the same way, how do I get my dog to walk while on a leash? You want to know? You go on long walks. I'd rather the worst dog trainer, just a normal person who doesn't know how to train anything walk their dog twice a day than the best dog trainer in the world walk that dog once a week. Just do the thing. You're not going to do it perfect. The dog just being out in that world, being around those dogs, to your question, is the most powerful thing. Desensitization, socialization, which would be more interacting with those things, but like walks, it's the most powerful. I talk a lot about it in the puppy program. I'm like, go do the thing you want to do. You want to go to breweries, you want to go to Starbucks, you want to go to farmers markets, you want to go to baseball games, you want to go on walks. Go do the thing. You have to do the thing. You have to go there. It's going to suck with your 9-month-old dog, 6-month-old dog. It's going to suck. It sucked. I went to a burger place. Duke totally reacted to another dog, like freaked out. You actually see that little freak out. He didn't freak out that bad, but you see that little freak out in my last 2 videos. I've put like a little montage together of the puppy program. You see that freak out at the burger place. Okay. I'm way behind on these. Sorry, guys. I know I'm missing yours. How many weeks is good to start walking with a puppy? I hate talking about the puppy program constantly, but it's in there. And whenever a question you have is in the puppy program, I'm going to say it's in the puppy program. I'm going to spend 10 seconds on your question. In the puppy program, I spend 10 minutes on your question. it depends on your comfortability with vaccinations. That's number one. Number two would be, is your dog overwhelmed? But essentially, you want to get them kind of out pretty damn early. You want to be good, you got to go out early, but you don't want them overwhelmed. You got to walk that line, okay? Would the puppy program be good to buy for a newly turned 1-year-old, or is it too old? You're gonna, it's the problems that you have, okay? There's a 3 videos on crate training and potty training. You're probably not going to use those. Maybe you need the crate training stuff. Okay. 1-year-old is a bit old if he acts like a puppy, if he's got puppy problems, right? The getting rid of behaviors part of it, nipping, counter surfing, digging, barking, part of the puppy program might be good for you, but some of it won't. It's also a financial decision. Listen, if I was a millionaire and I liked a certain person, I'd buy all their stuff. Or if I forget millionaire, if I had a lot of money and I was like, I like this weight guy, I'd just buy all his training stuff and I'd pick up pieces from each of them. So that's call. Everything's about, a lot of things are about money. Can you afford it? I mean, can you afford it if you only use 50% of it? My chew toy talk in the puppy program, I believe you will pay for the puppy program with your savings on chew toys or your savings on your dog tearing things up within 2 months. That's what I believe. I mean, it's nice to say, I'm actually going to save money with this thing I'm going to buy, not just I'm going to raise a good dog, right? You want multiple reasons to do something. What's easier to train? Joe asked, what's easier to train, orcas or canines? I get that a lot, or lions or whatever, but they're different. They're so different. Orcas are more dangerous. They're also the most professionally trained animals in the world by professional trainers. They also do not have the difficult environmental factors that is training your dog. Your dog you're trying to train in the world, at a dog park, on a walk. Those whales, those dolphins, they're in pools with nothing to do. Like, them interacting with you is the most interesting thing in the world. Plus, they've been raised to be like perfect animals since they were young. Does that make sense, Joe? Rangan asks, are you worried about forming the bond with Duke? I find my new dog bonded with existing dog, and it took a lot of time, especially on walks. He would always look for his brother. Now, that's interesting, actually. He's kind of Prince's shadow. That is true. They are older brother, younger brother. They have that relationship. They love each other. Prince loves me the exact same before and after Duke. Duke has his brother. He also has me in the family, and it doesn't seem like a problem in any way. What is the puppy program? I don't know anything about it, and I may be interested. All right, gold balls. On the screen, I wrote BeckmanPro.com. That's the website. You go there. It's got the Beckman coaching program, the Beckman aggression program, and the puppy program. The puppy program, you just buy the videos. It's not like becoming a professional dog trainer. It's not like fixing your dog's aggression. Those two things you get videos to release to every week because you have to work on stuff. You get a community section. You get lives every week with those two other programs. Puppy program, you get all the videos. Boom, here's 52 videos. I might switch some in and out. 52 videos, boom, go nuts. The other two programs are different. So the puppy program is 50 videos sent to you as modules all at once, talking you through everything you need to know. Like I train my dogs. Neva says she's a dog walker. Him or her wants to thank me for helping that my videos help. I wouldn't get that job without you and your videos. I got someone a job. That's great. All right, for all you guys who want the podcast, here it is. I already got into why women like dad bods, so it's podcasty at times. Oh, hey Joe, guy I grew up with right there. Desert Duck, grew up with him. He always jumps on these lives. Looking forward to seeing the progress. I enjoyed seeing Duke meet Prince. Yeah, in the Beckman coaching program, Duke and Prince got into a scuffle. It's kind of a weird situation, and I broke it down for them. And I broke down what I did. That's for that's for the people who want to be pros, man. It's high level stuff. Might not be for your average viewer. Not that it's hard to watch. There's just scuffle between them. Stuff happens. Got to get fixed. Got to get fixed. Yeah, Duke's a big boy. I love wagons. I love wagons is the name of the person who wrote that. I didn't just say Duke's a good boy. I love wagons. I love turtles. I love wagons wrote he's impressive how big Duke already is at a few months. Yeah, he's going to be big. I think he's going to be 90 pounds, maybe a little under. I haven't weighed Prince in forever. Prince is probably, I'd guess 75, but he might be like 80. I think Duke will be like 90. Oh, thank you for the $5. Big Game E wrote, Joel, and it gave me $5, so I got to read the question. Joel does, of which YouTube takes $250 of that, which is total nonsense. Joel, does the Prince get in the way at times with other male dogs? Get in the way at times with other male dogs. I have an unneutered. By the way, we should start saying intact. I said unneutered for years. Maybe I said it today. It doesn't even make sense. Unneutered. I have an unneutered male. It seems that you could be friends with all female dogs. That you could be. Big Game E, you got to rewrite that question. I got to read these things fast. I'm about to die. I don't have any water. Wagons are cool. Are his paws bigger than Prince? Oof. Right now? Probably not. Okay. Sorry writes, do you know Duke's history from breeder to the owner before you? I know the history from the owner before me. I do not know the history of the owner before that, and I do not know who the breeder is. I do have his lines, and it looks like it's straight from Russia. His great grandparent, all of it, it's Russian. He's the most Russian dog I've ever seen in my life, Duke. I should teach him Russian. I should have cues that are Russian. One of my Beckman coaching program people said that. You should teach him Russian cues. I should. Absolutely. Absolutely. Big gamey. No, Duke doesn't get in the way of me training intact males. People ask, I was thinking about this recently. People ask if Duke or Prince would protect me. I don't think he would. And here's why. Now, if I'm on the ground or something, that's a different story. Prince thinks I am. I don't think Prince thinks I could ever be bested. You know what I'm saying? You got to think like a dog. I think Prince thinks I'm like the biggest, toughest person ever. Like he sits in the house and watches every session. He watches how I talk to people. He sees how I don't know that I think he would be like, Dad's got it. Oh, Dad's getting whooped. He'll be fine. I think he would want to protect me. I know he would want to. I think he goes, that's what I think. I could train him to do it. That's a different story. There's just natural protection. That I think he goes, he's got it. That's what I think. Duke might be a different story though. And Prince isn't that protecty. I did get in a fight with a bum at the beach. That is true. Ryan, who goes under Birdie's DIY. I did get in a fight with a bum at the beach. That's true. I helped a guy fight a crazy person who attacked him at the beach, and I pushed the guy down at the end of it. It was crazy. Prince might help me do that. Yeah, it might help me fight someone. I don't know if he'd. Who knows? Dukeski. That's right. We should call him Dukeski. We call him Dookie sometimes, and then my wife's like, you can't call him Dookie, so we call him Duke Boy. All right. Any questions about Duke, about raising a puppy? That's kind of what we're doing here. But we can do anything, really. I'm not going to stay on here forever, but we have a lot of people in here. A lot of people. Thanks, Moose. Topics. Okay. I wrote puppy program down as a topic. Also, IG and Facebook, dude. Those apps, they're the worst. It is the worst. I hate IG. The amount of know-it-alls on Instagram and Facebook is out of control. I don't even understand it. I don't understand how these people think. It's insane. It's the amount of know-it-alls on there blows my mind. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. It's the weirdest thing. I think people on YouTube are like here for a lot of reasons. And one reason is they want to learn something. Like it's a noble thing. And then they're here for a lot of other reasons. People on TikTok want to be entertained. And for other reasons. TikTok's trying to be more educated. It's trying to be kind of YouTube-ish. That's why I allow long form and TikTok. But it's really kind of entertaining. What's the point of IG and Facebook? I don't even know. I mean, I kind of do. But and I think there's just a lot of people on those apps. But it's a S show. It is an S show. The know-it-alls there is out of control. All right, Lewis asked a good question, I think, just reading this. I just had to get that out there about Facebook and Instagram. I finally figured out how to like if I post something on Instagram, it goes to Facebook. For like 10 years, I didn't do that. I'm like, oh, I just hit this button. Now it's going on Facebook. So now I'm like getting all this. Now my last 5 videos have gone to Facebook that I posted on IG. And so now I'm getting all the Facebook people coming in. Getting on a new app, getting popular on a new app is like prison. Like I went back at some people right away, like these crazy ladies. And it's like going to prison. Like you got to go punch the biggest, baddest guy in the prison right away. And then, it helps the rest of the people coming in. That was my analogy. I have a lot of analogies today. Sorry, someone wrote a good, but I went at them. They're like, you're the worst person ever for not neutering your dogs. I'm like, oh, what other body parts do you prefer I cut off of the dogs? Like, while we're cutting things off, like you're in love with cutting things off of animals, important parts to very important parts, I would argue. What else should we cut off? While we're at it, I said it like that with a lot of attitude, and they haven't responded. Ooh, let's see. I don't see an app for that. You'll need to download. They haven't responded yet. They probably won't because they're crazy people. All right, I got to get, so hopefully that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. How does Duke do with golf carts and cars? What kind of question is that, Wesley? How does Duke do with golf carts and cars? It's the most random question ever. Do I have a video on how to cut Duke's nails? No. His nails came so nice. Cutting nails is horrible. Like the process and these black nails that are so hard. And it's like, I got to do it. There's a few ways to do it. There's the slow, easy, good way. And then there's the way that the breeders do it. Hold them up like this. Don't let them do it. They don't fight. They eventually give up. It's learned helplessness. I got into some lady who was a breeder, and she was like, oh, that was mean to the dog. And I'm like, oh, like you pull dogs up by their necks and like don't allow them. Oh no, she thought the muzzle was mean. some nail clipper lady. And I go, oh, the muzzles mean? Like you pin dogs up by their necks and as they fight and they just can't get, like, take that thing off and take that thing around their neck off and start to trim their nails. But I digress. Oh, Big Gamey gave me $10. My friend has by the way, I don't want you guys sending me money. I just feel bad for not answering the question when someone sends me money. My friend has a duplicate of Duke and he paid $12,000 for him. His dog and mine both intact. We're friends till something sparked it. Yep, that happens. That does happen. Till something sparked it. You got to watch the mean mugs between Prince and Duke. Yes, you're right. They're best friends. And we're going to try to keep it that way. Yeah, cutting nails sucks. My dog is neutered because he is a dude. Can't even read these. Sorry, guys. Is there an age when siblings become likely to start fights? There is an age when all dogs are more likely to start fights, and that is 1 year. People called me and be like, my dog was great. My 2 dogs were great. And then they just fought one day. And I'm like, oh, is one of them a year? And they go, how did you know? It starts at a year. Notice when does Prince have somewhat of a problem, not even a problem, with an intact dog? 9 months. He starts to get like, okay, you're not a puppy anymore at 9 months, but a year is kind of when that hits. Do I think reactive unsocialized dogs past the age of 5 can be fixed? Reactive and unsocialized, very different things. Can you socialize an aggressive dog, or I guess a reactive dog, after 5? It becomes much harder. A guy's like a 45-year-old man. My clients are sitting there and they go, yeah, we want to fix our dog. He's 6 years old. He tried to kill 3 dogs. And I go, yeah, your dog's like 50 years old. And the guy across from me is 50 years old. And I go, or husband and wife. And I go, yeah, try to change your husband. And they laugh. They go, we're not changing this 50-year-old man. Now, can we do things about it? Yes. Can we fundamentally change a 50-year-old dog or man? It is or woman, it is quite difficult. So that stuff matters. You know? All right. Oleg says, hey man, love your videos. Got my 4-month-old mini Dachshund. Any tips for potty training? I go every hour and watch his water intake, but sometimes he pees outside and come home and pees inside. Yes, buy the Beckman, go to Beckman Pro, and don't buy it just for potty training. Buy it for every aspect of raising a puppy and not getting all your stuff torn up and all these other things. But I will give you the quick version. You jackpot them with high value treats every time they don't go under a roof. Every time they go in the correct spot outside. You jackpot them. Not with Zook's treats, not with love. Make an impression on their brain with good stuff. Then you crate train them, you umbilical method them, you tether them, you watch them, you do not let them go in the house. Then you take them out, then you jackpot them again. And you will do this over and over and over and over again. There's more to it than that, but that's basically it. Okay? All right. Hey, Joel, miss you and Eric. Yeah, miss you too, Rev9 Fan 1. Recognize you. Do you have a protege? No, I have employees, good trainers. I have children. My daughter is on the U.S. national surf team. My son plays football. My youngest seems to want to take over the business. And I'm like, it's kind of perfect, right? I'm like Steve Irwin and that kid, his son. I met Steve Irwin. I knew his wife, and I met him. I can tell you that story if you want, and then we can be done. Maybe Cohen takes over the business one day. Slowly phase him in, teach him the stuff, takes over the business. That'd be cool. I mean, I can't do this thing forever. All right, Steve Irwin. I'm from Eugene, Oregon. His wife, Terry, her name back in the day was Terry Rains. She's from Eugene, Oregon. She had a mountain lion. I volunteered with this guy who rehabbed animals. They get raccoons and injured fawns, and he would take them in his house. And I volunteered with him and helped him and just wanted to be around animals. I was like 12. Then he said, hey, I know this lady, she's got a mountain lion. I volunteered with her, Terry Rains at the time. Then she went away, married Steve Irwin. I was then a bellman at the Hilton in Eugene, Oregon. I was 20 something. They said, hey, you got to pick up at the hospital. A guest is at the hospital. Go pick him up. I go pick him up, and who jumps in the van? Steve Irwin. And I go, oh my gosh, it's good to meet you. Then I go, what are you here for? And he says, I was having teeth removed. I thought teeth removed from his head, his own teeth. I don't know if he'd be at the hospital for that, but that's what I thought. And then it turns out, he explained further, he got bit by a snake, and he had little tiny teeth in him, and he got those removed. Why was he doing in Eugene? I assume he was visiting his wife's family. That's what I assume. That's my Steve Irwin stories and his wife. I tried to email her years later, or tried to get an internship at the zoo down there, and never heard back. Okay, guys, let's wrap this thing up. BeckmanPro.com to become a professional dog trainer. You get, I think it's hundreds of videos at this point. I don't know. Beckman Aggression Program, if you're an aggressive dog, that's 6 months worth of videos. That's a lot of videos, plus community section, lives every week for both of those programs. Then the Beckman Puppy Program, where I document, talk to you about, and show with multiple dogs, me raising Duke. And I'll show a lot of, by the way, YouTube people. I would never, these videos aren't great for YouTube. I mean, they're YouTube-y sometimes, but there's some that would be good for YouTube. The cat video with Duke would be good for YouTube. The out and about videos with Duke would be good for YouTube. But most of the videos are teaching you how to raise an amazing puppy. That is not the YouTube, unfortunately. I mean, you got to edit videos. You got to keep people. It's a different type of video to a degree. Plus, I offer programs. Like, you really want to learn something, go there. My channel is not the place for that necessarily. But I love you guys. I love the YouTube people the most by far. You guys are the OGs of it all. Can I explain a little bit about the Aggressive Dog Program? Yes, you get tons of videos. Aggression is, you need to see me work with dogs in my facility. You need to see me just when I have an aggressive board and train and I turn the cameras on, and that's not with the client there. You need to see that. I need to just be talking to the camera sometimes. You need, there's business stuff in there. There's social media stuff in there to become a dog trainer, to, be good on social media. So you get tons of videos. Then you have lives every week. It's a big part of it. The videos every week are the biggest thing in Beckman Aggression and Beckman Coaching. That's the course curriculum. But then there's lives every week with me, 1 hour group lives. And then there's a community section. Like this morning, I just posted on the community section of Beckman Coaching, and I will do it for Aggression as well. Beckman Aggression, Prince and Duke getting into a skirmish, and then me saying, hey, and Duke not stopping, and then me following up with Duke. Because when I say, hey, the world stops. Or Duke, these two intact male Dobermans are not going to be able to get around. But that's high level stuff. Like it's serious business. This thing's serious business. Like what I'm trying to do with Duke, people are like, it can't be done. 2 intact male Dobermans. We'll see. We will see, won't we? When do my lives take place? on Beckman Aggression and Beckman Coaching. My lives take place on Tuesdays at 2 for Beckman Coaching and Tuesdays at 3:30 for Beckman Aggression. Eric's doing fine. For all you guys asking, he's my business partner, and he's probably in here right now, and he is my my podcast co-host. He just mentioned bringing the podcast back today. We will see if that happens. Sorry for all the podcast people. I know we kind of just left, kind of just stopped. Podcasts take work. They take work. I've got other things. I got YouTube. I've got Beckman Coaching, Beckman Aggression, Puppy Program. We're coming out with the Reducing Behaviors. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Reducing Behaviors program. That's about the unsexiest name ever. That's what it's about. How do you reduce every unwanted behavior? It's a tall order. There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of behaviors that different behaviors that need to be reduced. And with different dogs. And they're doing it for different reasons. And within that, barking. There's 10 different reasons for a dog to bark that needs to be dealt with all differently. There's different ages for getting rid of these behaviors. There's different methods. There's a lot going into holistically reducing unwanted behaviors without an e-collar, without punishment, or with minimal corrections or punishment, and while keeping the dog where the goal is not to just eliminate a behavior. It's not with kids too. Like you're building this organism to be this amazing, happy, confident thing. So you can't just, be a sledgehammer ever, except for aggression. It'd be a little bit of a sledgehammer for aggression when the aggression is not involving fear. So anyway, the Reducing Behaviors program will be out soon. I'll probably do a multi-dog household program as well, or coupled with like bringing a puppy into the house program, although that's in the puppy program. Does that make sense? I don't even know what the question was. Does puppy program course have a way to ask questions? It does not. It does not. The question and answer part of dog training is daunting. It's unbelievable. And when you allow, like in Beckman Coaching and Beckman Aggression, there's question and answer, and there's lives, and there's community section. Like there's a lot of ways to ask questions. When given the ability to ask questions, people will just literally not watch the videos and like ask questions. And like, it's weird. It's weird. Big Game E has given me quite a bit of money to this point. Last super chat. Been watching your videos since my dog is 8 weeks old. Dory method perfected. The Dory method is awesome. It's not just for loose leash walking. The Dory method is a holistic way to train impulse control in your dog. Impulse control is maybe the biggest like problem with dogs. Honestly, they just do what their brain tells them to do. So holistically kind of helping impulse control. The Dory method, in my opinion, is the best way to do that, especially on leash. But perfected. Loose leash walking. Wanted to say thank you for all your help, and I think we share a birthday. Same year? I don't know. Say my year. December 22nd, my birthday. Diluted neem and lavender with coconut works for my woolly husky for fleas and ticks. All right, this segment's called Random Thoughts from Savvik. He's probably actually responding to somebody else, but coconut works for fleas and ticks. Also, tea tree oil works for fleas, I believe. I go into a puppy program. I go into vaccinations and medications for your dog. Not saying they're good, not saying they're bad. Just, you got to be careful. All right. That's it. That's it, guys. go to beckmanpro.com. Also, you can go to my website from beckmanpro.com. If you want to sign up with me for a phone session, in-person session, whatever, beckmanpro.com. Love you guys. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. That's it. See you later.